Hey guys, it's Chris, and today I decided to do something a little different. I don't usually do these kind of things, but today I decided to do a list of things that I do and do not like about YouTube. And before we begin, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell to get notified and all that, and don't forget to follow me on Twitch. Alright, got those out of the way, let's continue on with the video. Alright, starting with things I like. One thing that I really like about YouTube, and I know it gets criticized a lot, but it really does give way to a lot of freedom. It gets people to create things, to think outside the box, to make channels and videos that people would never really expect to. And that's really granted due to the creativity of creators. If creators weren't so creative, if they weren't, coming up with these amazing ideas and stuff, YouTube wouldn't really be what it is. But the actual creators of YouTube make YouTube something special. The next thing I like about YouTube is the ability to find a crowd. And what that means is you can find people that are like you or like the same things that you do on YouTube. It might be hard, like if you have really specific tastes, or like you go to like a small school or something and there's not really a lot of people that are like you, you can find people on YouTube or find content that you like on YouTube that is just like connects to you. It makes it where you can find a crowd. You can find people that are like you that you can hang out with, play games with online or something, or just watch YouTube videos. It really leads itself open to have people connect. And it's really awesome to see that. The next thing I like about YouTube is its accessibility. The thing is super easy to use. You just go either online or on the app or even on their PlayStation, Switch, or Xbox. Really, it's super easy to find. And you just go online, type in a video topic or a creator, and you can find tons of videos of things that you like. I've legitimately spent hours, if sometimes not even days, just watching YouTube. It's so cool because you get to see content that you enjoy. People I know who go through depression or stuff like that, this helps them get their mind off that. It helps them come out of their shell. It helps them to be able to get their mind off of something else. I don't know if it's like a loss or if they're just really going through a dark time right now, or like they're getting bullied at school or at work even, or whatever. This YouTube can just help them get their mind off that stuff. And it helps them to, I guess, smile even, be happy. That's the magic and the power of YouTube. And the last thing, and I mean this kind of is just like for me specifically, but and not just for me, but for a lot of other people, but the discoverability for smaller channels. YouTube is one of the few places where you can be small but be noticed. Obviously, larger channels do get noticed easier, but you can put yourself into a position or put yourself into a niche, and you'll be owning that niche, and nobody else can make that or come up with what you come up with. Or if you're like, for instance, if you make a guide on how to beat a certain part of a video game and nobody's made that yet, everyone who needs help with that will go right to you, and then you can get discovered that way. Or for instance, what really helps me a lot is I'll go to YouTube to stream Smash Bros, and you just type in Smash Bros Ultimate and then you go live. I'll be one of the top ones up there because, I mean, not everyone's streaming on YouTube on top of that, but also because it's super easy to get discovered on YouTube. You just need to have a catchy thumbnail, and you just need to have like viewer battles. That's it. And people will come to your stream. Now, keeping them there is a different story. You have to have the personality and all that to keep them there and have them wanting to come back to your streams. But beyond that, it's super easy. It really isn't that hard to get noticed. You just got to put yourself out there. So those are the things that I like about YouTube. Now to the parts where I don't like about YouTube. And the biggest one, which I think everyone can agree with, is its algorithm. Its algorithm is whack. It's crazy. Okay? If you play like a 3-second song, like 3 seconds of a song, and you might even have rights to the certain song, but it used parts from some sound company, right? The sound company whose part already got changed up will notice that part and take all your revenue for that video for the first 24 hours. And you can't do anything about it. That just screws over creators. and YouTube doesn't really come to the aid of it. Like, yeah, they have the you can counteract it, but if you lose, it's a strike against your channel, and you only get 3 of those. Now, really, you only get 2 of those, and the third one, you're out. It's really not fair to creators, okay? They need to have it where companies or whoever's claiming this stuff can get penalized if they are in the wrong. Because it just wouldn't be fair. It's like companies can just create tons of claims against people, and then if they all turn out to be wrong, they don't get any penalty for it. The money gets screwed out of. They get some of the money gets screwed up with creators, and oh well, too bad. They don't get a choice in this. If they fight it and they lose, they don't get the money, and they get really screwed over. Or what do the companies have to lose? Nothing. Nothing at all. Maybe a waste of about a minute or 2 copy striking someone. That's it. And they get all the money from the video. That's just totally not right. Another part of it that's not really good about it is censorship of certain videos / channels, okay? So if you play certain games, you just won't get monetized. Like if you play a super graphic game or super violent game, no, you're probably not going to get monetized. But sometimes you will, somehow. Like, I watched one of these creators, his name's MiniLad, right? Well, he is sometimes, like, some of his videos are, like, pretty innocent or something, will get demonetized, right? But then he'll put a Cards Against Humanity video out there, and it'll get monetized. Okay. That's cool, I guess. You know, like, how does that one work? I don't know, okay? But it just happens that way sometimes. And also, like, certain words and things will just get you demonetized. If you just have, like, you know, death or something in the title of your YouTube video, it'll get demonetized, or at least, if nothing else, it won't be as viewable. Like, only, like, maybe people who are notified for your channel, like people who ring the bell, they might get the video, but it won't come up in, like, the recommended feed or anything, which is really dumb. And I get why, but the problem isn't big enough to screw over tons of content creators. It's just not. And this whole concept can screw over people's channels, like people who've, like, maybe played COD all the time, right? And they're a little bit vulgar, but they've been trying to cut down on it, right? Well, they were vulgar in the past, and now they're not getting paid for it anymore. They're getting censored for it, and they can't be themselves online. And I know some people put faces up online and stuff, but the fact that you're preventing people from being themselves online, that's kind of messed up. Like, if you're preventing people, like a certain crowd or something, to do what they love to do, and I'm not, obviously, this is a generalization. Obviously, there's people who do really sick and twisted things, and not everyone should get their way on YouTube, but it just feels like it's just wrong. There's something wrong with that. And if YouTube's so worried about, you know, oh, well, we don't want kids to find out, like, they don't want to get kids listening to tons of curse words or really violent games and stuff, well, don't punish the content creators for that problem. If anything, YouTube needs to find a way itself to find a way around that problem. Like, if maybe make it where there's, like, a plus 13 app and then lower than 13. I know they have YouTube Kids, but I mean, like, make it where there's a gap where the older one can have all the videos, but the younger one can only have certain videos that follow under a certain criteria, okay? And I know that's like, that'd be having YouTube have to go through a lot of pain and process to do that, but don't punish the content creators for your problems, YouTube. Just saying. And talking about that, the difficulty of getting monetization. It's already hard for content creators to put out their videos. It's also hard for them to get monetized, especially for for smaller channels. You have to get, like, a certain amount of views. You have to have 1,000 subscribers, and then after all of that, you have to be able to be clean, and you have to have family-friendly content. And then afterwards, you still might not get ads. Obviously, there's not an ad apocalypse going on, but even so, there'd be some channels who have 12 ads in their videos, and some channels that just won't get any ads because of that. And it's like, what the heck? Some of these channels deserve to get monetized, and then they get screwed over like that. You know? It's just, again, not right. It's not right at all. Lastly, the monetization and demonetization system. And I already talked about this a little bit, but the whole idea that is like plaguing YouTube right now is that every content creator has to be family friendly or else they don't make money. They have to either get sponsorships or they have to just, sell merch and hope for the best. It's just wrong. Like, people make their livelihoods off of this, and then all of a sudden they might get that ripped away from them. And YouTube does very little, if anything, to really help them with that. The only thing that YouTube helps with that in that whole situation is that maybe they're large enough where if they move to a different site, they can still have a large enough following go with them, and then they can get money that way. Like, YouTube creators might go to Twitch or something because of YouTube's crappy system. This might happen that way. Now, I'm not saying Twitch is perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm just saying it could happen. And that's just kind of terrible, YouTube doesn't care. YouTube doesn't care if it loses some of its big creators to it. And I mean, I see if YouTube doesn't get its act together, I see Twitch getting larger. Like, it's already getting large, and it's already been large, but I see it getting larger. DLive, upcoming live streaming service, it's going to get larger. I see it doing pretty well in the future. It gets its act together again, like if it doesn't do anything shady. Mixer, I mean, no one likes Mixer, but I mean, it could get bigger. But again, YouTube is going about its family-friendly content the wrong way. If it wants family-friendly content, make it where there's a separate video source for the crowd that's looking for that. Maybe make a different app, or maybe make it like YouTube 13 minus or something, or even 18 minus if you want. They can have family-friendly content 18 and below, and then everyone beyond that, they don't necessarily have to be like super vulgar. Like, you can still have restrictions, of course, but like, don't go so ham on the demonetization aspect. Let them have some freedom. And obviously, I understand some of the copyright claim stuff. Maybe a little bit more freedom on that, but that's not the biggest problem. If you can get past you have like the word death in your title, or you curse twice, that kind of thing, and then you don't get any money because of it, that's the thing. If you can get that problem fixed, that will help YouTube out so much more. And then beyond that, then we need to work on the whole copyright claim system. Okay, that needs a little work too. But that's what I think about YouTube. Again, I know I went a lot more on the things I don't like, but that's because it frustrates me that YouTube doesn't care about it. And like I said, YouTube has plenty of great things about it. It's so cool. It's such a great concept, okay? It's obviously, making tons of money, and they don't really have to worry about losing too much of it. So that's what I think about YouTube. I think it has a lot of great aspects and a lot of aspects it needs work on. And tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and again, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. If you really enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Have an excellent day, guys, and see ya. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch.